I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. I can hear you. And I think, okay, it says live on YouTube. Meeting is now live. So we should be able to see it on, I have my iPad here.
Okay.
Let's see if it's on, and then I can check and see if anybody visits us. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I actually can hear you through my computer instead of my headset.
Oh.
So it doesn't, as long as you can hear me, but.
Yeah, I can hear you through my headset.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think I pressed, let's see. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can see on your channel it says live now.
Does it? Okay,
Yeah.
because I don't see it. So that way, if I go on my iPad and then I can see the chat box. Awesome. I don't see it yet. I think it takes a minute. So yeah, so I have some questions. I actually was, my daughter had a meeting a little bit longer than I was ready to leave school like right away, and then she had a meeting. I'm like, seriously?
That's okay.
So yeah, so I was just kind of rushing home. So how is the weather over there?
It's actually really sunny and nice today. I think it's like 50. So
50.
50 is pretty good for
Nice.
here.
Yeah, it's actually 60 here.
Let's see, 50 in March. Yeah, I think last year we had a crazy snowstorm blow in that dropped like 12 inches of snow on April 30th, like the last day of April. And we were just like, no.
Wow.
But,
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen
Yeah.
like that here too. Like we had 50s today, but it could be cold, you know, tomorrow. So you just take it when you can get it. I
Yeah.
like your shirt.
Thank you.
Very nice. So you're in the
Yeah.
level 1 group.
I am in the level one fan club.
Very good. I'm still looking for my live stream here. I don't know what it's under. Created past lives. That is really weird that it doesn't show it right at the top. Okay, it could be.
I
Wow.
can see it. And
Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
Okay.
Okay. And the only reason I want to see it is because I want to see if there's any comments. That's all. Because I can see it on my screen here and I want to make sure, or to see if there's any. It says 2 watching, but I think that's us.
Yeah, it's the one that's me.
So yeah, I had a couple people that said they might watch, so they might come in after a little while.
Oh,
So we'll see
fun.
what happens.
That's okay.
Yeah.
For me, this is my first time doing this, so
Yeah.
that's okay if the numbers are a little low.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, it's actually, I've been live a couple times on the Zoom app, but I haven't done a lot of interviews. So I'm really thankful that you
excited.
agreed to do it. And I think part of the problem is everybody's so busy.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
between teaching and their regular life, you know,
Yes.
it's time for extras.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's nice to see you because so my first question on the list is for you to just share a little bit about yourself, like give your name and a few special things about you.
Okay. I'm Julie Carter and I live in North Dakota. I'm not from here, but we have 5 kids. My husband is retired from the Marine Corps. So when he retired, he started working on wind turbines, and North Dakota had the best job offer. So with 5 kids, we were like, well, let's just go, and never been here before. I'm with him being in the military, we moved so much.
Yeah.
That it was kind of like, okay, what's one more place we've never seen? So this is our 6th winter here now, and so far it hasn't scared us enough to leave.
Right. So what does he actually do on them? Like, is he a mechanic or something?
Yeah, actually he used to fix them.
Okay.
And that's what he says. He says it's like a sky mechanic.
Okay.
So they climb to the top and they fix them.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're all inside. So they don't typically have to
Oh,
go
okay.
outside.
Interesting. Wow.
So he did that for 4 years, and then he was asked if he wanted to manage a site, and that was a move, but still in North Dakota. So we just moved 4 hours farther north,
Right.
where it's
Right.
even colder.
Wow.
So we're pretty close to Canada, but
Nice. So does he, what was the other question? Yeah. Have you taught the lesson on clean energy?
I have, and I have some fun pictures that I get to show the students, because when he's up top, you can open the back and
Oh,
take
wow.
pictures. So
Yeah.
there, he has some beautiful pictures with fog down on the ground, and all you can see is
Wow.
the top of the turbines. It's really cool.
Wow. So where does the energy that it generates, where does that energy go?
One of the sites he manages goes to our electric company, so it's kind of
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
But I know one that they're building is contracted with like Gap stores. So it's kind of interesting to hear that Old Navy and Starbucks and Gap, they're all starting to contract energy companies to build a wind farm
Interesting.
that they
Okay.
can use for their headquarters. And yeah, so even Facebook, I think Facebook has their own wind farm that they run their
Wow.
headquarters from. So
Wow.
kind of cool. Kind of,
It's just like something I live I live right around here.
yeah.
This is where I live, right here, sort of near the ocean. So we live near a nuclear power plant
Right.
that is shut down.
Okay.
So we don't use it, but we still have to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really great idea for our state. Yeah. So we got it so that our energy would be cheaper, but
Yeah.
then now we still have to pay for it, but we can't use it because it's, too dangerous.
Yeah.
So,
Well, things change. I mean, in a few years, there's probably going to be something more new and improved than wind.
yeah,
So,
we'll see.
yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah. That is so interesting. Yeah. And so how about you yourself?
I work as a contractor for the USDA.
Okay.
So I kind of work with farmers. I help do their paperwork
Okay.
for, let's see. So they come in and they request to determine whether their land is highly erodible or not, or if they have wetlands that are protected on their farm. They can't like bulldoze through those. And
Right.
so
Oh, interesting.
I work with the people who help them know whether or not they can go through that wetland, or if it's protected, or if their land is highly erodible or not. So it's kind of neat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My mother, I lived in New Hampshire when I was a kid. She used to work at a place that counted cows, like all over the country.
How
It was
fun.
just really different, but we didn't have cows and there weren't any real cow farms close by, but somehow she worked in this company that counted cows. I don't know.
That's interesting. We live straight across from a cow ranch, so
Okay.
we can hear them.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting. So you can hear them when they take their babies away to like mark them, or just,
yeah.
for the vet to look at them. The moms
Oh, wow.
cry
That's
and
so
cry.
interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
That is really cool.
it is.
That is really cool. So why and how, I guess you can say, how did you find VIPKID and why did it appeal to you?
I had seen a different ESL company through a friend of a friend, actually. And I thought, yeah, that's probably something that I might be interested in, or I'd like to do. And I didn't ever do anything with it. And then when I started working here for the USDA, one of my coworkers' sons teaches for VIPKID.
Okay.
And she said, my my stepson teaches for VIPKID. And I said, what, really? And I had heard of VIPKID, but I didn't know. So I signed up, or I applied, and then I didn't do anything with it because I was terrified. So
Yeah.
I just kind of let it go. And then I realized after we moved here, my pay took a cut.
Oh, right.
So I was
Okay.
like, well, we're kind of used to having a little bit extra. Maybe I can earn that with VIPKID. So then I started looking into different ways, and that's how I found you through the iPad group.
Right.
So,
Yeah. That was really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, so what do you think about it now?
I love it. I love it. And I actually did sign up for that other ESL company, but I prefer VIPKID.
Okay. You can say the other company. It's okay. I'm an independent contractor, so
well, it's my backup. It's Go Kid.
okay,
But,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
I have heard a lot about it, and I have not tried it because I don't really have time for it right now, but
Yeah.
I think it's cool to have, two companies, but now the way they're changing the pay structure, it's making it harder.
Right. Well, Go Kid changed theirs to something similar for the new pay scale of VIPKID, and
it is. I just do
can't
not
figure it
like
out.
it because it's hard to convince people to work for the company what if you sign up and you only get 10 classes,
Right.
you get the lower pay scale even though you
Right.
want more classes. It's not
Right.
really your fault.
Yeah. Well,
So
and like for me, I can only teach 2 or 3 classes before I go off to work in the morning. So here I am. I just signed my second contract yesterday.
yay. Oh, awesome. Congratulations.
It doesn't feel
High
like it's been
five.
yes. Doesn't feel like it's been 6 months yet.
Yeah,
But
it flies by.
yeah. So when I signed my contract, I was like, man, if I was on the other pay scale, I don't know how I would do, because I don't teach a big bulk number of classes.
Right.
So
Well, I'm not a big recruiter, but I have every person that I have brought in has done fine. I've done fine. Like I've not had, my daughter doesn't do a lot of classes, but she didn't really want to.
yeah.
So everybody, people that I know closely, I haven't had any bad stories from. So
Yeah. No, it's
that's
been
good.
fun.
I mean, I guess, I just try to stay on the positive side of it, but the new pay thing is hard because you can't really check your own work. Like if they miss a class on you, how are you going to know? It's so confusing that
It is a little confusing with
how are you going to know if they calculated it right? You kind of have to trust them, but
yeah.
so you said we'll talk about your regular schedule in a minute.
Okay.
But can you tell us, are you tech savvy?
I think so. Yeah, my husband and I we like electronics.
Oh, good. Okay.
We like things.
So how's the internet? Now you said you're is it Minnesota?
Nope, North Dakota.
No. Oh yeah. Oh heavens. Yeah. Way up there.
Yep.
All right. So way up here where these trees are.
Yes.
So how's the internet up there?
It's actually excellent where I live. We really lucked out. We live just like 12 miles outside of an Air Force base town.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have like country internet. We have really good internet.
Oh, good.
And I'm surprised how good our internet is. Yeah.
So how do you teach? Do you teach on an iPad or computer? What do you do?
I have a laptop that I use.
Okay.
But I do have my iPad as a backup, because I have saved myself 3 or 4 times now with that iPad.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a good thing. I did teach 1,000 classes at the beginning because I didn't realize that my old computer wasn't going to handle China.
Yes.
I didn't realize that at first. And so I kept going to my iPad. So that's why I started the iPad group, was more because, most people have an iPad now.
Right.
And I just wanted people to know you can teach for your iPad. My goal was not to tell everybody to go buy an iPad. It was more to say, you have something that can help you
Yes.
at your, so
I would
yeah.
tell everybody, buy an iPad.
Yes, it
Yeah.
definitely is good. And it definitely, I think having two devices to, if your iPad goes down, you have your computer or vice versa.
Yeah. Well,
So,
my router is right behind me on the
oh,
floor.
awesome. Okay.
And sometimes I like to stand depending on the class that I'm doing.
Mhm.
Like level 1 a lot, I like to stand.
Yeah.
So one day I don't even remember what lesson it was, but I accidentally kicked my router and my internet went out and I was like, oh no. So I grabbed my iPad, I turned off my Wi-Fi and just used my cellular
Oh, wow.
on my iPad, and I went right back into class. And I apologized to the mom later and she's like, it's fine. But thankfully it was
You know what happened to me? I have this little mouse that sometimes I play with, and I was playing with it and I accidentally dropped it I'm using a laptop right now because I can't do live YouTube without a laptop.
Yeah.
So I was doing this and I hit airplane mode
Oh no.
on my computer. That was a new one. It was like, oh my goodness, it's airplane mode. And then I had to completely like turn everything on. But fortunately, the girl was still standing there waiting for me. So what is your VIPKid schedule?
Well, right now before daylight savings changes over, I teach anywhere from 5 to 7, Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturday. And I was teaching on Sundays, but then I decided I needed to give myself a day.
Yeah.
So I don't teach on Sundays.
Yeah. That's what I am, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. That would be, well, that's with the time change. It's going to be 5 to 7 Beijing time.
Okay.
But what time was that for you?
Beijing.
Are you in Mountain Time?
I'm Central.
Central.
So
Central, yeah.
After the change,
you're 2 hours.
It was
behind
7
me.
to 9. Yeah, it was 7 to 9 Beijing, and then now it will be 6 to 8 Beijing.
Okay. So that's actually a good time because 5 to 7 is a little early. I found 5 a.m. is hard to book, but they're not in school right now. So hopefully my regulars will switch.
Yeah.
So I've been sending letters every time, and then I get priority bookings and I had to send letters for that.
Yes, that was the hardest thing because I started right before the time change. So I got into a regular schedule with regulars that take class from 6 to 7 that now I won't be able to teach because it will be 7 here.
Right.
So, and then
they might switch though until they go back to school.
Some of them have, but yeah,
it's always a struggle. And it's like they adjust, and I think I just tell them that time is changing in America, and I said, please book me from 5 to 7 Beijing time.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. But I do have one level 7 that it's you feel bad, but
yes, I have an older level 5 and I can't teach him on Fridays now, but he's still on my schedule for Saturday. So
oh, good.
Hopefully he stays there.
Yeah. And then it's funny because eventually when their schedules change, then they adjust.
Right.
I don't know if sometimes they'll use another teacher and then they'll go back and go, I miss so and so, and then go back to, I don't know. I've had some go and then come back. So you just kind of wait it out, and then you get new ones too, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So what levels do you mostly teach for VIPKid?
Level 1 through 5. Honestly, I don't have a lot of 4s because I have such a small window that I can schedule. I have a couple of level 1s, mostly level 2. I guess mostly level 2, not so many 3, not so many 4, and then some level 5. So I'm kind of at the very beginning of VIPKid and then a little higher level. So
what's your favorite level?
Level 1.
Level 1.
Level
okay.
1. Yes,
awesome.
Yes.
I like level 1.
Level 1. Love. They're just so excited and happy, and
Yeah. It just
And
takes a little bit of work. Like I found if you do a lot of level ones, it's, in a row, it can be, tiring.
yes,
I kind of like having a variety, and like I get with the level, maybe like level threes can get a little tedious because the kids are
level
slow
3.
readers.
Well, yeah, and then like I don't know. Level 3 is not my favorite.
Yeah. So then when I have a level one thrown in there, and it kind of brightens up your day.
Yeah. On
It's
Fridays, I have a level 1, a level 2, and then a level 5. Those 3 in a row every Friday.
oh,
And
nice.
I told my husband, I said, it's so hard to go from my level 1 where I'm like peppy to my level 5 where he's very serious. I said, so it's kind of like 1, 2, 5,
Yeah.
tone it down because
Yeah.
he's
But I
not,
think it's a boy.
it's a
My
boy.
boys just love it when I get animated. Like they just like, especially if we play a game or something, and I just
Yeah.
let it go, and they're like,
He's starting to come out of his shell. He's very smart and very serious, but sometimes he'll make a little witty smart aleck comment once in a while.
yeah,
I'm like, "Ha, you're in there. I know you are."
yeah, 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 yeah.
He's a
It's
sweet
been
kid.
it's been crazy with them being shut in too. It's a whole
Oh
different
yeah.
world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So how do you handle distracted kids? Like if you're doing level one and you have kids that they're like playing with toys or they're distracted from the screen, what do you do?
Um Level 1s are actually pretty engaged. I have one level 2 little boy and I think he's smarter than level 2. He's above level 2, but they have him in level 2, so when
Yeah, usually it's the other way around. They put them too high and then that's difficult. So
yeah.
at
Well,
least you can like extend.
yes, yeah, but when he extends, he wants to really extend and he'll just start picking up things all around him and he'll be like, "Teacher, and this is bigger and this is smaller," and
Yeah.
he
Oh,
just
that's
gets
so cute.
he is adorable. And his mom actually said she was surprised to see him talk so much because normally he's very quiet. So,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I don't
awesome.
yeah, but he can get distracted pretty easily. Today he was super distracted and I said, "Can you find me your favorite toy in your room?" And he pulls out Dino's dad. I Yeah. So I said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Well, Dino's dad, can you read me?" And I made him pretend he was Dino's
Oh,
dad.
that's cute.
Yeah, so he was like super into it after that because before he was like, "I don't want to do this." But I feel like he's probably the kid who likes to be outside. And since he's been shut in,
Yeah.
he's kind of probably all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. I just think
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite VIPKid schedule? Like, what is your favorite time to teach?
Um 5:30, not 5.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
why. Don't know why that half hour seems so different, but
Okay, so that would be 7
my
for me. Okay.
no, I'm only an hour behind you. I'm an
An
hour behind
hour.
you. So
Okay.
so
Okay.
5:30, 6:30 your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I do right now I'm doing 6:30, so I don't see where that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to be done at 6:30 so I have a half an hour before I wake up my kids and then I can,
Okay.
just relax and do my
So do you
feedback.
homeschool? No, you
No.
work, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so your
Yep.
kids go to the public school.
Yep, they go to the public school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yep.
what are their ages again?
The 4 at home are 17, 15, 13, and 9.
Okay. Okay.
So, my 9-year-old, he's pretty independent, but he still needs mom in the morning. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so what is your favorite prop?
I have 2.
Oh, Evelyn. Evelyn's here. Thank you, Evelyn, for
Don't
coming
tell me when somebody's
by.
on.
Do you know Evelyn? Have you seen
No.
her videos?
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't.
Okay. She's level one. You must know her from, are you on the Facebook level one
Yes.
group?
I
Yeah.
do know her name. I do know
Yeah.
her name. Yeah.
Yeah. She's one of the I think she's an admin on that group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just had a baby. She has a
Oh,
baby that's a couple months old.
oh,
Yeah, so she
fun.
does a lot of YouTube videos, and that's how I met her, and that's how I kind of got into doing YouTube, was from her.
Yeah.
So, but I'm in the group, but I'm not an administrator or anything, because level 1 is not my major classes. I mean, I do love it, and I love, being in that Facebook group, but it's
Yeah.
not, all level 1.
Yeah.
So
I'm not all
anyway,
level 1 either, but I do love them. My whiteboard,
okay.
my Dollar Tree whiteboard,
Yes.
and Google Slides.
Okay.
I cannot live
Great.
without Google Slides anymore.
Yeah. Well, I just saw a really good video. I've heard about that Stars to Apples app,
Hmm.
and I had kind of heard negative stuff about it. And I just saw a video yesterday about it, and I was like, that does look pretty good. So I might check that out. It's an app, but it does cost $10 for the app, but it's like a one-time thing.
Oh, is it one time?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I wasn't sure.
I put that on the the iPad group, the iPad users group, to, because it's good to use as a, something different. But I liked it because she showed how you can put the student's name in there, and then you can like put in the reward that you're going to use for him that day.
Oh, very cute.
Yeah, so I thought it was a really good video. I put it on my, and then I found that somebody on the iPad group posted underneath my comment and my post of the video, and said that there's actually a Facebook group for people that use that
Oh,
app. I was
okay.
like, okay, I'll join that group and see, because I think that's a good alternative for iPad users that maybe they're not ready for Google Slides or whatever. It
Yeah.
does take a little bit to learn that.
Yeah, it does. One day I was just determined and I said, I'm just going to learn it. I don't care. And then I
Yeah.
literally cannot live without it. And now my dog is barking. So hopefully
I have a dog too. You probably heard my dog before. Yeah. My dog's really a small dog, but like this morning I just use it on my phone. I don't use it on my computer yet, hoping at some point I learn, but I've had computer problems, so I just do it on my phone. If I do Google Slides, or I might check into that one, I'm not sure, but it's a really good alternative. Anything else for props?
I do like my Dollar Tree wand.
Nice. Yeah.
A light up wand.
Yeah.
I use it more for trials. I don't usually use it anymore for other levels, but
You don't use it for like level 1, like the songs or anything?
Sometimes, but then I realized they can't hear us singing.
Right.
So at first I was just singing my heart out with the song, and then
Right.
now I'm like, they can't even hear me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they can now. They can't hear you at all singing?
I don't think so. I think they can
Yeah.
only hear on their side, they can hear the song playing.
Okay.
But
Well, I always like I feel like the songs are way too fast. So I always have to either do it before the song or after the song, review the words, because I feel like that's good practice for pronunciation.
Yeah.
So I end up singing the song anyway.
we do go line by line. And then have you seen the app that's for level 1 that Morgan posted?
Yes, I've seen it, but haven't used it yet.
I used it one day because my little level 1 regular has moved to Egypt and she loves Kenya. So
right.
One day we had some extra time after an assessment, so we sang the Kenya song that she loves.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why they don't put on the assessments. That was my biggest complaint, was that you don't put the song on the assessments. It's like something's missing. And I trust myself to, I don't do them enough to sing it out of order or on the spur of the moment,
Yeah.
I do know them, but not that well.
Yeah.
So Giselle is here. Hello, Giselle. I'm wearing the same shirt as Julie. Oh, that's right. I saw Evelyn earlier today. I think I did. Yeah, she made a video this morning and she had that shirt on.
I love that it has my name on the sleeve. It's a fun
Yeah.
shirt. Fun.
Yeah, it is nice. And do you wear that out? Do you wear it
No,
out and about?
I
No?
have worn it. I have worn it to Walmart because at Walmart I'm still dressed up more than most people in this.
That's true.
I love Walmart.
It's probably like New Hampshire. New Hampshire, a lot of times people just roll out of bed and go to the store.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes my 15-year-old rolls out of the bed and goes to school and I'm like, son.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, sometimes I wear it out. I don't usually wear it to work, but I could. It's got the world on it. It's kind of natural resources.
Yeah. I like it. And yours is long sleeves?
No, I just have a
Okay.
black shirt under it.
Oh, okay.
I just like long sleeves when I'm teaching.
Yeah.
I feel weird with my bare arms up in the air.
I usually, I don't know. I wear layers. You never know.
Yes.
So, excellent. I like your background. I like your sunshine. Can you hear my dog now?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like mine. I was like, uh-oh, and it's not mine.
My dog's this tiny. But when anybody comes to the door.
Yes, we have 2 little Yorkie poos and they think they are so
cute.
tough. So tough.
Do you use them to show your students?
No, I should when they start barking.
Should. You should. The kids love to see the animals.
I'm in my basement and they're upstairs, so I would feel bad. I'd have to run up and
I've done it. I've done it like if I don't have a class afterward or something, I'll be like, if you do a good job today, I'll show you my dog. Do you want to see my dog? And they'll be like, yeah. And it's an ugly dog, but it's the novelty of it. It's kind of a rescue dog, and it's like not the most beautiful dog, but anyway.
That's
so
cute.
what are your qualities for a good teacher? What do you consider a good teacher?
I think a good teacher is always learning. Always learning.
Mm-hmm.
That's even in regular school teachers, brick and mortar school teachers, I think as long as they're always learning new things, trying new things, learning from other people, I think that's the best teacher quality out there.
That's good. And that's one of the things when I got into VIPKID, I started out, I'm like, if I don't ever make $1, I've learned something new.
Right. Yes.
I've learned about the ESL world. I've learned about technology and, so many things that I didn't know existed. Like if I had known this existed sooner, I would have been in it sooner. But
well, I say yes.
You can't say that.
I can't say that because I was terrified when I first thought of it, but I don't like to be on camera, but I've gotten a little better since starting this. So
yeah. And that's the thing. Like when I did YouTube, I was like, I'm on camera every single day. Like, why can't I just go for it? Right.
Yeah.
But like I'll never forget when I first started though. I was up late at night making my first video. I'm like, I don't even know how to make a video. Like, what am I doing? And I was laughing at myself. And I sent the video to some friends of mine that I've known from a computer group from years ago. And they're like, are you teaching like 3-year-olds? Because that's what that looks like. And I'm like, well, maybe, but I don't want to just appeal to 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
So, it's a learning experience, but I agree that's a really good quality too.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I love other teachers that love to learn. I like to learn from other people. So when they're learning and I can learn from them, I just love it. Because I don't know about you. I have kids too, and sometimes they don't always want to learn. And it's like, so
I don't think I wanted to learn when I was a kid either, though.
No?
Now as an adult, I'm like, I just need to learn. Like I always want to learn something new, and maybe it's, I don't know. I'm addicted to learning.
It hits you at some point. You realize this makes life, extra nice if you're always doing something new.
Yeah.
So what do you think is your strength as a teacher?
Okay, so I have to laugh at myself because the other day I seriously did not know that mom had told me that the EQ was a good thing. And do you remember when I posted that when
I don't remember that.
she had told me I have high emotional intelligence, but she
Okay.
said EQ, and I didn't know that
Oh,
term.
instead of IQ, it's
Yes.
EQ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know the term, and so I was like, okay, is this a good thing? Is it
I
not a
think
good
I
thing?
remember that, but I've had so many things happen between now and then. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't know why you don't remember what
Yeah.
happened to me.
That is really awesome, though. I would remember if somebody told me that.
Well, yeah. So that's my distracted student's mom.
Okay.
So I guess when she pointed that out, I was like, that is something I feel like I even across the world through a computer, I feel like I've been able to connect with this little guy on a level that he needed emotionally, I guess.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I can even through the computer kind of feel when they're sad or when they're having a rough time at home or and I think a lot of teachers can do that, but I think some maybe don't quite catch on to that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. I think it is definitely a gift because I have connected with some of my students, but I'm learning about going even further with it because I don't have any that I'm like that want to come see me at my house or are inviting me to come to China. Of course, I don't want to go right now, but
right.
you know, so I think that is a gift that some people have to be able to connect that much.
Yeah.
And did you see the story of Lucy West and how she,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
so I was just so impressed with that. And she was
Yeah.
able to actually go and comfort the mom. And yeah,
Yeah.
that was
That is
really
really, really
special.
sweet. Yeah.
I think I hope she writes a book about that, Lucy
Yeah.
West. She
I
really
would read
should.
that.
Totally. I would pay money for that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So hear
If
that,
Lucy's
Lucy West.
watching. But yeah, I put on the iPad group for people I don't do that all the time, but to donate, because everybody put in some money to help get her to China and she got
Yeah.
over and above what, she needed. And I
I
thought,
love that people said, just donate a class, just one
yeah,
class. And I was like,
right.
oh, I can totally do that. So
Yeah.
I donated a class and
Yep.
I wish I could have done more, but I did donate a class.
But if everybody does a little bit,
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
contributed and that's all they need. And then we
Yeah.
can all be a part of it. It gives me the chills just thinking about it.
That's really
But it was
sweet.
such a special story. It was such a sad ending because I was really praying that the little girl would survive.
Yeah.
But, the Lord knows. So Evelyn says here that she thinks that this job makes her want to learn Chinese.
Yes. Yeah. I wasn't as into like Chinese culture before. And now I'm like,
Yeah,
I want to know more. I
I
want to
know.
learn more.
And I find myself like talking about China all the time. Like
Yes.
that's why I need my other VIP kid teacher friends because my real world people are like, shut up.
I know they're like, are you talking about China again? I go to work and I have a WeChat and I have one mom on my WeChat and we talk sometimes after class. That's how I was able to tell her, I'm sorry, I kicked my router.
Yes.
And she'll send me little snippets of her little girl will say things to me or whatever. And anyway, I go to work and I'm like, you guys listen to what she said. And they're like, okay.
Yes. Well, I got the greatest. Did you see the little video of the boy that got out of the house and went skating?
No.
Oh my word. I just saw it and it just brought tears to my eyes. And I asked the mom if I could send it to my friends. She didn't give me any limitations. But
Oh, yes.
did you see it with the
Yes.
red and he
Yes.
was roller skating?
Yes.
I was just so thrilled because
Yes.
when you see these kids regularly and they're shut in and
Mhm.
why don't you want to read? It's like, come
Right.
on, Charlie, listen.
Yeah.
But then you're like, he needs to get out. Like he's
Yes.
so like cooped up.
One day when we logged in, my little distracted one, I said, "How are you today?" And he said, "I'm sad." And it was like, oh, it broke my heart. He's just, I'm sad. And I know it's because his schedule's different. He's not doing,
Mhm.
he's only
Yeah.
7. So at
Yeah.
7, he doesn't quite get why.
What's
Why
going
are we
on?
stuck in?
The biggest thing is being inside,
Yeah.
days and days. I can't imagine, like, emotionally,
Yeah.
just like trying to keep it together.
Yeah. Well, we
And I
live.
love this mom of this boy. She's just so sweet to get him out.
Oh, we live where there's not a whole lot around us. So to not be able to go outside, I couldn't imagine either because my kids are outside all day
Yeah,
during the
that's
summer.
awesome. And
But
and if you had the virus around your town, you could go out as long as you're not around other people.
yeah,
That would give you the, the germ. But that's
yeah.
the new thing that we're facing here. Cindy Plummer. Okay, this is true. Yes, VIP Kid teachers understand that we get excited about. Only these friends understand my disappointment over 4-apple review. And that's on my list of videos. I have a series of I don't know if you've seen the videos, Some Days Are Hard. And one of them is when your student says goodbye, like he's never going to take VIP Kid classes again. That was a hard lesson to do when he
Yeah.
tells you that at the beginning. And then there's a couple hard things, and getting a 4-apple review is a hard day. Evelyn got a 4-apple review recently, and she's kind of working through that. But she just had a baby like 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and so she's got a lot going on her plate, and
I
you
was
know,
2 weeks in and I got a 4-apple review and
uh,
there was a loud buzzing noise on the app on the student side and I couldn't hear it. And I went and watched the
oh,
playback because I'm like, okay, why was I
mhm,
so bad? And I wanted to learn what did I do that I could have been better. And I'm like, oh, I hear a buzzing the whole time. No wonder mom was upset. And she didn't say anything on the review, just gave me 4 apples. And I hope it was only because of the buzzing.
mhm,
But yeah, that was hard. But especially when I felt like maybe it wasn't something I did.
yeah.
So
Well, I have gotten 4 so far, 4 apples, but it's been a while,
well, I'm okay with it now. And my husband was like, well, why? It's still good, right? And I'm like, you
Yeah,
don't get it.
I know. Well, when I first I was like on a run, never getting bad apples and everything. And I thought maybe it's because I'm older and they respect me because I'm older.
Yeah.
And but then I got my 4 apples, and my husband's like, it's okay, you're not perfect, like you don't have to think you're perfect, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not really the point.
Yes,
The
I
point
do
is
get
it
that.
really messes up your score.
It does. It does. But
Yeah,
at the same time, now I'm like, well, if they're booking me at 4.99, they know
yeah,
maybe I'm not always perfect.
yeah. But I think it's funny because when I got the 4-apple, it seemed like right after that my regulars were bombing me with 5 apples.
Yeah. I
So I
never
think,
had a problem. So,
yeah.
yeah,
And I think sometimes parents, maybe they don't want a perfect teacher. I'm just saying,
that's
you
true.
know.
That's
I
true.
mean, I know that we think Chinese people want to be totally perfect, but we all know
Yeah.
humanly we can't be. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's going to be okay. Like I've seen a lot of people have some bad apples, and yet they seem to pull through. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Part
it
of
is
the
hard.
part of the process. And
So, are
it
you still
helps you
there?
learn. Oh,
Okay.
am I
Are you
here?
there? Yeah. My
Okay.
internet, it's probably my kids went on to a game or something. They
Yeah.
probably turned on a game and my internet went froze for a second there. All right. So, what are your goals for VIP Kid?
Um, just take it a week at a time and keep going as long as ride it out as long as I can, I guess.
Okay. So,
So
you don't have any goals of doing more classes per week, or you're happy with your schedule?
sometimes I would really like to stay home and just do this full time. Um, but then I don't know. I just don't I really look up to people who can do this for hours on end
Yeah.
straight. And here, I can log off, take off my headphones, go
Yeah.
sit in my office and still, I guess feeling like I have two separate ways to generate income right now is more comfortable than doing it full time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, do you have a Facebook group or, do you connect? How do you connect with people outside of your regular classes or whatever?
Other VIPKID teachers?
Like, are you trying to take any leadership positions? Like some people want to start a Facebook group or they do YouTube or.
Nah.
No, you're just a happy teacher, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Just here to, I don't know. I'm just kind of a get along with everybody type of go with the flow. I don't have a Facebook group, so
yeah.
But
so
I'm happy to join
What is
others.
your favorite? Yeah. What is your favorite Facebook group? You don't have to pick one. You could pick one or two or three.
It was the lounge.
Okay. Oh, you're one of those. Okay. Now I got it. Okay.
It was fun. It was a fun group because it wasn't quite as, I didn't have to worry about are the headquarters people watching me be silly in this group or, so now I guess, I don't know. I join different Facebook groups and like to.
Well, there's a new lounge. It's what?
The Peace, Love
and Joy or whatever it is.
Peace, Love, VIPKID.
I think they're the same people, really, right?
Yeah. -1, but yeah.
Somewhat. Oh, you like that guy?
Oh,
the guy that was.
I have no opinion.
No opinion. I didn't really know him, so I don't know. Like people said his name, I had to look it up. Like I didn't know him personally, but I was in that group.
Yeah, I was in that group. I didn't know him personally. He seemed like a positive person. Yeah. So it was.
He definitely rallied people. He could do that.
Yeah.
He had, I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, it's too bad because he did have a lot of loyal friends.
And he seemed to have a lot of love to share.
Yeah.
And he always posted positive things. And so it seems like a shame.
He just kind of took advantage of his friends, which is sad.
Yeah.
So maybe he's thinking about that as we speak.
I like to think maybe it was started with good intentions and
I think so.
Yeah.
We don't really know the whole story, but hopefully he's, hope he's not too depressed that he lost all of those friends because he had a lot of good people for friends. So I was going to ask you another question. Oh, do you watch YouTube at all?
I do. Actually, when I first started, YouTube is bad. I will just get so sucked in and I'm like, another video. Definitely. Another video. And then before I know it, like 2 hours has gone by and I'm like, I just spent 2 hours on YouTube. But I do enjoy watching YouTube. I kind of, and it's funny that we've been going on so long because I'm one of those people that like, I'll just fast forward through things because it drives me nuts to hear too much chatter. Yeah. So,
well, a lot of my friends, we will I'll be cleaning the bathroom and I'll turn on a video or something or doing the dishes. Fun. So I don't usually just sit there and just like veg out on YouTube, but I was just curious what your favorite YouTube people are.
There's a teacher, Candice, and I don't know her show name, but teacher Candice is adorable. And she is who I watched the most before I started. I don't know if
is she still teaching? I don't recognize that name.
Let me see if I can find her really quick because she's seriously the
cute. They're chattering over here.
Do you guys know a teacher, Candice?
Do you know Candice, teacher Candice? And Cindy Plummer, she is one of the admins for the Peace, Love, and VIPKID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here she is.
Hello, I am teacher Candice and welcome.
Oh, okay. I think I have seen her.
She's so cute. Yeah. And she has a great, great voice. And
awesome.
She has a really nice, calm, but like positive, what is that word?
Demeanor.
Yeah,
Demeanor?
demeanor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So is she still teaching?
I don't know.
She's still making videos?
Oh, update on December 2nd, 2019. She's been ill for 3 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I liked teacher, what was her name? Sandy, teacher Sandy.
Sandy.
She's kind of my age and she always wears these funny glasses.
Oh,
And I watched a lot of her videos. She's very good instructionally. And then she got mono. And then she came back and she did a bunch of videos. And then I haven't seen her again. So I'm gonna have to look her up, see how she's doing.
yeah.
But yeah, that's really fun. And I've seen a lot of new videos lately because I think a lot of people are doing the Nancy Taylor course. So they're putting out videos like crazy now. So
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And I liked teacher Stephanie.
Right. Yeah. Stephanie, she was a mentor.
Yeah. I really liked her videos
yeah,
before I
she's
started.
good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to do the interview. And this will be on my Facebook, in my videos for my Facebook videos or whatever. So anybody can go by and watch it. So you can go by and watch it. If you want me to send you a copy of the video, I can do that through email. If you want to send me your email, I probably have it somewhere. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I really appreciate it. It was really nice to talk with you. And I love your background and I like your Mr. Potato Head and everything. Very creative.
My
creative.
This is my lollipop jar. When I accidentally, so I hate to say it, but I do have a favorite, my favorite student, and her name is Candy. And I have called other kids Candy before. So this is my save myself by saying, oh, do you like candy?
That's great. Now, what's the map? Is that a cutout from wood or?
Oh yeah, it's a wood cutout. I think I got it from Target.
Really nice.
Yeah. And this is from Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is my lucky bamboo that I got in my my
you got the good fortune box. Did you like that?
Yes. I loved it this month. Loved it.
Good.
Truthfully was going to cancel and then I forgot and now I'm glad I did not cancel.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my friend Danny, I don't know if you watched Lydia's live about when she gave away a good fortune box. That was one of our friends, Danny, who is a YouTuber as well.
Oh, fun.
So, yeah, I only know her through YouTube and she does videos and stuff like that. So that was and she's the kind of person, she doesn't really buy stuff like that. I was like, I'm surprised that she's into that, but she got her box and she just loved it so much.
Yeah.
She just couldn't say enough about it.
My 9-year-old loved it. He was like, Mom, can I get a subscription like this? And I'm like, no, this is my teacher box.
They do have stuff like that for any kind of
I know. I
said,
this is my teacher box. So
yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much. So did you already go to work today or you're done for the day?
I'm done for the day. I took today off actually. My son got a concussion the other day.
Oh,
so
no. Okay.
He's fine, but we had some appointments today earlier. So
okay. So that's how it worked out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And I will see you around.
Yes.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you everyone for coming in the chat. See you around.